speaking English. So yes, it was challenging. I didn't really have a lot of friends when I went to primary school, but that changed in my high school years. I didn't have a job back then. I decided I might just as well go for a run, and thought maybe in 5-10 years time I could run one myself. And now I've run at all of three.
What is success to you? My name is Francesca, and you are listening to Ordinary Super People, Redefining Success. Hello and welcome. We are here today with my friend Sara.
Hello, hi.
How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
Great. So, would you like to tell us something about yourself? Who is Sara?
Sara, who is Sara? That's me. I'm 29, living in Scotland, and I work by selling stuff on Amazon, come up with this stuff, and then manufacture it and ship it off. It's either fulfillment by Amazon or ship it myself. I have a dog, I have a partner, and I like running in my spare time.
So, you live in Scotland now, but where were you born?
Yes, so I was born in Poland and I lived there for the first 11 years. I moved to a tiny village called Twicker when my mum brought me here. So I went to primary school, high school, and then I went to college in Glasgow, where I met you.
Yeah. So you were just a child when you moved to Scotland. How was it for you at first?
At first, I remember my mum handed me the plane ticket. I was very excited because I didn't know what it was. But when we moved here, it was quite challenging because I spoke no English. In Poland, you do learn English, but I had quite difficulties with my Polish, never mind learning English when I wasn't in a country speaking English. So, yes, it was challenging. I didn't really have a lot of friends when I went to primary school, but that changed in my high school years when I learned the language.
Did you receive any support towards your language learning?
In primary school, I did, yes. I had a teacher who would take me out of my maths classes, who I hated because that was my strongest subject.
Ah,
So, yes, we would sit in front of a mirror actually, and she would just tell me to speak in front of a mirror, and that's how I learned my English. So, yes, I've got fond memories of the ladies that did that with me.
right. So you went to college, you're self-employed now, but you also mentioned running.
Yeah.
Would you like to tell us more about that?
Yeah, sure. So my journey with running started in 2019. I remember it exactly because it was 21st of January, and I said to myself that year that I'll start doing something to lose a bit of weight, which I gained over the Christmas period, as we all do. So it was 31st of January, and I looked at my shoes and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go out and start it. So I ran for 3 days a week since then. Back then, I ran the 3 kilometers and I found that really hard. But since then, and apart from 2 injuries that I've had, I've been running 3-4 times a week ever since. So, yeah, I started increasing the distance from 3 to 5, then running my first 10 kilometers. And having never really run before, it was great, quite an achievement. So once I got past the 11 kilometers, I thought, okay, so what's next? And I started reading about half marathons and got really interested in it. And I thought maybe in 5-10 years time I could run one myself. So having been reading about it in May 2020, when the lockdowns just started, and I didn't have a job back then, I decided I might just as well go for a run. And with the help of my partner, who was cycling next to me with water and gels, I managed to run my first half marathon. So fast forward to 2022, October, Loch Ness Marathon. I ran my first marathon, and now I've run at all of 3.
That's fantastic.
So that's my running journey.
That's great. Congratulations. So, years ago, you started running because you wanted to lose some weight. But then you kept running, you kept doing it. What is it that keeps you still motivated? What makes you still do it?
The running, well, now I run because I love it. I just like to go out there and think about nothing or listen to music and just run. When I'm back from my runs, I find it very fulfilling that I have just exercised. Endorphins are quite high, and yeah, I like how it's keeping me healthy and mentally you know mentally active.
And you also take your dog sometimes, don't you?
Oh yeah, so since Gino turned 1 and he was able to run or walk any distance, I've been running with him. So I've got a little lab called Gino. So yes, we do run. We actually just been for a 7.5 kilometer run on Friday. So yes, he hasn't run a half marathon yet, but that is coming.
You also say that your partner wasn't still is very supportive.
Yes, they've never run before, but after seeing me run and see how happy it made me, he decided to put on his shoes and run with me. So yeah, we sometimes run together, not all the time. That could lead to arguments sometimes. But yeah, we do like to run sometimes. And this year we've run Edinburgh half marathon together. And we're going to run the Glasgow half marathon together this year as well.
You never stop, do you? I know, that's great. Speaking of your partner, you said you are 29. I know there is quite an age gap between your partner and yourself.
Dave's much older than me, yeah. So we met when I was working in Glasgow. And yeah, even knowing that Dave was older, I've never really asked for his age, and he never asked for mine. So we just started dating. And from there, yeah, we just kind of liked each other's company. And after about a year, I decided to pack my bags and move down south to live with Dave. Since then, I've been self-employed, working, and yeah, we moved from England to Scotland just to be closer to family, mine and Dave's.
Have you ever encountered any challenges because of your relationship, knowing that he's quite a bit older than you?
Yes, not everybody is obviously okay with it, but I haven't directly had any troubles with anybody. And yeah, we just like our own company, so people can see that we're just, ourselves when we're together.
Since I've known you, and it's been 10 years, I've always admired your optimism. I've always seen that you're always, even if something is wrong, you try your best to look happy, to cheer other people up.
Yeah, I think I'm a very optimistic person. I don't like to be down, and I don't like to bring other people down. I always think glass is half full rather than half empty. And yeah, try to have fun in life.
Is there anything that you would do differently in your life?
Differently, as in, do I have regrets? No. I mean, we all sometimes make mistakes, some bigger, some smaller, but no, I wouldn't change my life. I'm very happy to where I am. I've got a loving partner and an amazing dog. My family is with me, and yeah, I love them all very much.
And you're also a very giving person. Among the things that you do, you also donate blood, right?
Yes, I am actually on my 18th donation coming up, and that is only
Wow.
thanks to you. Yeah. I remember you were always going to give blood, and I thought, do you know what? Why don't I try it? And I remember asking you about, just how is it? What do you do? And yeah, thanks to you, Francesca, I am now about to donate my 18th pint.
That's great.
Yeah.
Honestly, it really makes me proud. It's so good that you're helping others.
I know, I'm trying to do my bit.
You do. What do you think is your biggest achievement to date?
Oh, my biggest achievement. God. I would say that would be getting my British citizenship, because that is something I wanted for since I moved to the country. I always felt I was a bit different, and not being able to, have a British passport like everybody else was, something that was on my mind. I always felt like I was the Polish one. Felt like I was the odd one out. But yeah, because it's something I wanted for so long, I feel like that is my biggest achievement.
That's
Yeah,
great.
is being British.
Thank you, Sarah. Okay, next question. What is your definition of happiness and what is success to you?
Happiness and success. I guess success would mean happiness, and in a way, happiness is when you feel like you've achieved either your personal achievements or your work achievements, I suppose. If it's a partner or a dog in your life that you want, I guess that if that makes you happy, then I guess that's success then. So I think the two of them go hand in hand with each other. I don't think you can kind of pick one or the other.
Okay, now a bit of a bonus question. Would you like to ask me a question? Any question?
Oh, how's your cats?
Oh,
Are they getting on?
they're fine. They're fine. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for asking. Yeah, Tofu, the big one, my big girl, is she's slowly accepting Fyoko. So now they play together. They're fine.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you very much, Sara, for sharing your story with us. It's been a pleasure.
You're very welcome. I hope it's any good.
Don't be silly.
As
Yeah.
I said, I didn't think my life was interesting, but
It is interesting and it is inspiring as well. So thank you again.
thank you, Francesca.
And thank you all for listening. Please feel free to share the story with all of your friends, family, colleagues, but especially with those who could use some extra support and inspiration. Help me spread the message. You can write your own definition of success. I'll see you soon with a new episode.